My name's Richard Scully. I'm an Associate Professor of History at the UNE in Armidale, and my whole career's been focused on teaching and researching cartoons. And I'm currently working with some academic colleagues, Stephanie Brooks from Monash Uni, and Robert Fidian from Flinders Uni, and Lucian Leon from the ANU, along with Lindsay Foyle, the Australian Cartoon Association's premier historian, on a project to explore the history of Australian political cartooning. And while our work is going to go back to the early days of colonisation, much of what we want to do articulates really well with the goals of the National Cartoon Gallery and its permanent historical exhibition. We're already partnering with the gallery at this early stage because we see our projects as being fundamentally linked, and there are major benefits for all the parties by working together. We're already conducting aspects of the research and the writing up of information for the historical exhibition, explaining simply what the major events shown in the exhibition were and what they were all about, what was their impact on Australian life and history, but also who the cartoonists were, what their take was on the events. And think about great events from the nation's past, including the dismissal of 1975, the granting of women's rights to vote in the early 1900s and before that, the participation of the nation in the two world wars of the 20th century, and even the advent of things like surfing and surf culture from the 50s onwards. These are all going to feature in the historical exhibition at the National Cartoon Gallery. Think also of the early days of federation, of those classic moments in Australian domestic and international sport, all the big changes in society and culture. Think about jazz and what it did between the wars to people's life and enjoyment of music, or rock and roll in the 60s, of course. But then also the dodgy deals, the economic turmoil of the 70s and 80s, it's all going to be in this exhibition. And this academic input from 4 leading universities is going to add to the existing credibility of the National Cartoon Gallery, and we hope therefore to give it a much higher profile. All through our scholarly and professional networks, when we've described the National Cartoon Gallery's concept of an exhibition of Australian history as seen through the eyes of cartoonists, without fail, everyone we spoke to thought it was a great idea. And they followed up with, why hasn't it already been done before? And indeed, no one has ever exhibited Australia's history since Federation from this perspective. It's scarcely been done overseas either, not in the UK, the US or New Zealand, and even when it has been tried, it's only ever been temporary. The Cartoon Gallery's exhibition is therefore going to have national as well as international significance. As well as a major tourist attraction for Coffs Harbour, this historic exhibition will be a very useful and popular educational resource for school and university students as well as scholars. We know that the gallery team are very aware of its educational potential and will be working on producing quality student support material for access for researchers and students alike. And I can absolutely commend, therefore, the proposed exhibition, and I can tell you I'm really excited by it.